And we're live on YouTube, Facebook. How's everybody doing today? You guys are quiet in the comments today. Nobody wants to say what's up? Come on. Let's get this party started. How's my audio sound? Can anybody give me a yes or a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that one? I hate to start talking and nobody can hear me. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and skip ahead a little bit because I like to give people some time to hop on. I sent out some emails. You guys should have gotten them if you're on the daily newsletter, if you're coming from the Facebook group. I know it's the middle of the day, and a lot of people watch these replays. They can't get on the live broadcast. So if you're here live, you guys rock because that's badass. Richard, what's up, man? Welcome. Where are you from? My watch is shining. Everybody out there in YouTube land, go ahead and say what's up in the comments. Tell me you're here. What's up, John? Good to have you on the broadcast. What's up, Benny B? What up, HTS and S? Yesterday we had like over 100 people on live, which is pretty fucking good. I'm pretty pumped about that. What's up, Camilo? Gotta pull up my notes here. Jason, what's up, Jonathan? Sorry, I didn't mean to cover my face there. Hold on, I gotta pull up my notes. Just finished shoulders, perfect time. Yeah, man, you gotta get a pump on those shoulders. Jason, you're at work. Totally understandable, man. You're gonna like this though. Let's see. It is 12:04. We're gonna go for like another minute or two, give you guys some time to hop on, and then we're gonna get started. Today we're talking about the rise of the alpha male, something I've kind of coined. Yet building off of the last 2 days of live talks, the first day was the death of the alpha male, and kind of what I see is wrong with what's going on. Oh, my sleeve's a little messed up there. I hate when that happens. And what I see wrong with the the typical alpha male and what people are teaching the alpha males to be today. And then yesterday we kind of talked about like what is the untold truths about being an alpha male and kind of the strengths and qualities that you need to constantly be working on to live up to this alpha male role that, you know, is a really cool role to have. So, what's up, John? You said, hey, Ryan. Jodan, all the way from Nigeria. Man, Nigeria, that's far. Yeah, man, Ralph, what's up, brother? Always good to have you on here. Yeah, I think I am going out to San Diego at the end of the month. I haven't bought a ticket yet, but I usually do that like the day before. So I'm always kind of slacking when it comes to that. Let's see. So yeah, today is the rise of the modern alpha male, kind of something that I don't see enough of and I want to see enough of. That's why I am putting on these live broadcasts. How you guys liking these lives? Let me know in the comments. I've been live Tuesday, Wednesday, today's Thursday. I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I like a small topic and then dropping lots of value. What's up, Dexter? It's pretty fun. And they get a lot of views in the replays. I know not everybody can be here live, but, you know, it's cool. Let's see. Oh, we're going up. Got about 30 people on now. Woo! I know it's like, I want to start right away, but I know it's like nobody's here live, so they miss part of it, and they're asking questions. So it's like, you got to get people on here. But I do have, going to be dropping a URL towards the end here. Or a little bit, about 10 minutes in. And we're going to go. So let's go ahead and get started. It's 12:06. People are late. Whatever. Yeah, Camilo, if you haven't watched the last 2 days that I've done of these, some of what I might say might not make sense. You might want to go back and watch those. That's up to you, though. I know they're long. Usually the first 10 minutes are just me letting people get on and starting to get my ball rolling. I start ranting as the time goes. I don't gotta like fire it off. But yeah, so let's get started right now. All right, so basically, in my opinion, the modern day alpha male, what's up, Taylor, is somebody that everybody wants to be around, somebody that everybody wants to emulate, everybody wants to learn from. And there's what I've kind of a term that I'm coining is like the modern alpha male is not so much the fake like smoke and mirrors type alpha male. It's not the like Tarzan type of guy. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be jacked, even though all those qualities do tend to help when you're moving forward and you're starting to do cool shit. But I'm going to talk about some values that I think make up the modern alpha male, or what I'm coining the modern alpha male, and how you guys can instill those into your brain, because this is all a mindset thing. Like we talked about yesterday, it's confidence, it's mindset, and it's a constant battle every day to perfect this tool, which is your brain, to perform at your levels. What's up, Kevin? Awesome live. Anything for the high set for the high set? I haven't done any of that yet, man. That's like 3 months away. I work. I don't plan that far in advance, even though I should. So here's some qualities of, and check these off, write these down, because if you don't have them or you're lacking in some areas, then that's going to be kind of driving your alpha status down, and you need to work on that because, like I said, you're always going to be working on all of these things. So first up is intelligence. You need to be a dominant. A dominant trait is being an intelligent guy. And I actually think nowadays with the culture and society and what we're living in with technology, I think intelligence probably ranks higher more than physical presence when it comes to being an alpha male. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. Being that everything is so technology driven now, intelligence weighs out. So you got to be fucking smart. You got to be learning and evolving. So that's number one. You got to be a good conversationalist, good conversation skills, not afraid to talk in public. Basically, a guy asked yesterday about being shy. You can't be shy. And if you are shy, you need to work on that. It's a skill you're lacking. You need to bring that up. It's a daily battle. You can't fold under pressure. That's a huge thing. A lot of guys, they're kind of afraid to like drive their feet into the ground and not stand up for their beliefs and basically not go for anything big. Like there's risk taking is a lacking quality. Yes, John, being a reader is very important because that will go on the values of intelligence and making you smarter. Although don't only read, don't fold under pressure, and actually act on what you're reading. And that's another, I'll talk about that more in a second. So we got intelligence, not folding under pressure. And these are all values that I think everybody should have, let alone whether you want to coin yourself or have somebody coin you an alpha male. These are just fucking good values to be a person who's getting shit done. What's up, Jolly Green 8? That's a funny name. Anyway, so intelligence, quality, good with conversation, witty, not afraid, not shy, not folding under pressure, standing in what you believe in. Yep, vocal tonality as well. Being strong. You have to have a physical presence. You don't have to be jacked. You don't have to be full out like fucking shredded, but you do have to have some sort of physical presence. And naturally, like for most people, sometimes that lacks, over their intelligence. But you want to kind of bring them all up here. Pete, good question. Hit me back in like 10 minutes with that one because I'm gonna do some Q&A at the end and we'll answer. I'm gonna try. I might go for like an hour today, and we'll hit up on all these points. But these are just the values. So intelligence, witty, good conversationalist, strong presence, doesn't fold under pressure, high energy. You have to be, you got to take care of your nutrition. You got to fucking be able to perform and work, and like excel at a level that most people aren't. So you can't be lazy. Peak performer. You need to be competitive. You need to have, you need to be striving to be the best at whatever you're doing. We talked about this yesterday when I first started out in my business and when I was starting to do style and everything that is Team Handsome Guy now. I'll get to that what of being fashionable in a second. You need to be the best at whatever you're doing because then you're going to start garnering recognition and you're going to be able to lead people, which is going to lead me to the next one, being a leader. Alphas are leaders, people that, whether or not that be at like locally at like a church group, to your children, I mean, just even to your own family, like men lack leadership skills and it's terrible. And then on top of the subject, the next one, another quality is well-groomed and professional, and have a fucking badass image. And I think they all kind of go together because I think grooming and professionalism are one of the same. And then you gotta have a badass image. If you guys follow my stuff, you know I'm all about that street sharp style. I think that's like the best way to stand out, to not be the guy. I'm not saying you gotta wear suits, because even though suits are awesome, you don't always need to wear a suit, because 90% of the time it's fucking practical for most people to wear suits. And alpha is not determined by you wearing a suit, although it does make you look more professional. It does make you look like a leader. So there are situations and instances where you should be dressing to that level. But for the most part, I'm talking about the day-to-day grind here. And last but not least, the most important part of what I consider the modern alpha male is purpose and passion and a vision that you strive for above all else. So let me recap that one more time, because I see the numbers jumping around here. People are hopping on. What I'm talking about right now is the qualities of what I consider the modern alpha male. And number one is intelligence. And I have them listed here, so I'm not looking away. Intelligence, good conversational skills, not folding under pressure, being able to stand your ground, being strong, having a physical presence, high energy, meaning that you can perform, peak performer, that's 6, leader, leadership skills, a well-groomed professional appearance, and having a huge vision, passion, and a path and a mission that you're putting forward above all else, so you have a reason for people to follow you. So that is what I consider the modern alpha. Now, like I was saying before, all of this is a day-to-day grind. You're not going to have all this at once. Think of your brain like a cell phone. You're updating the iOS. For all my Apple guys out there, you're updating the iOS. You get that new update. We all fucking hate plugging our phones in, and it fucking stops for you got to set your phone down. It's got to be on the charger. It's really annoying. But then when you get done, you're like, whew, fucking phone's working good now. You have to do that with your brain all the time. And most cases, it takes 30, 60, 90 days to reprogram your brain into doing things. Butt sex? Really, HS investor? Anyways, so doing these things, you have to instill this into your brain. You have to constantly be working on that. So before I get going here, if you guys don't know, I make products, and I have this URL. And if you're on Facebook, it should be up here. It's called installyouralpha.com. And we'll talk about this. I have put together a guide, and I don't want to make this whole live broadcast about this guide, but I'm going to put it in installyouralpha.com. It is a 31-page document that will basically, all those qualities, it's like affirmations. If you read that shit every day for 30 days, it will install this into your brain. I realize it's backwards, Kev, but I wrote it the right way when I was talking about this, so I needed to, either way. Doesn't fucking matter. Installyouralpha.com. Maybe somebody can drop the URL into the comments on here. But basically what this is, it's a guide I've put together, and it's something you will read every day for 30 days to install this patterns and these leadership qualities and these skills into your brain, because you constantly need to be working on it. And it's just like I use the analogy with the cell phone. When it comes to being an alpha male, when it comes to reprogramming your brain and your mind, you have to keep working on it. It's like going to the gym. You don't just build muscles overnight. They take a while. You got to add weight. You got to add resistance. And that's what this is. And it's a very simple, easy to read PDF, but I encourage you to get it and read it every single day. I wish I could write. I mean, now I'm mad that I didn't write that backwards. Now you got me thinking about that, Kevin. Damn. Let's see. So installyouralpha.com. It's going to take you right to the order form. It's $19. Everybody can afford it. Get it, read it every day. And if you do buy it quickly, and you have questions about it, I would love to answer them live here. Richard, it's installyouralpha.com. Let me double check that. I think I double checked it 18 times before I got on this call. Yep. Install your alpha. Either way, installyouralpha.com. If you can't find it, it's 2 L's. Install. I had to actually look up how to spell install. I'm sorry. So go there, grab that PDF, and if you want to. If not, I mean, I'm still going to drop some fucking awesome advice anyways, because that's what I do. I provide value, and I hook you guys up. And yeah, if you guys installyouralpha.com, people are posting it in the comments on YouTube. There should be a link in Facebook, either here or over here. I don't know how it shows for you guys, but I put YouTube wouldn't let me put a link in there. I have to do that after the live broadcast is over. So, anyways, so let's talk about these qualities. The qualities that I just said. Leadership. Like, is there anything, questions? Camilo, can you be nice and still seem alpha? Yes, an alpha is not about being a dick, okay? Let's see. Hold on, I got a lot of... YouTube is always on the fucking point with the questions. Yeah, dude, the link's been there the whole time. It's only on Facebook, though. YouTube wouldn't let me. Let's see. Hey, Ryan, do you think giving everyone truthful advice is a key or an essential to being an alpha? Absolutely. Don't be the guy that sugarcoats shit. Just like women love honesty, people love honesty. I don't have time to siphon through bullshit. I want to know the truth right away. Let's see. Charles Gregory asks, I have a shit job, but I want to dress well without people thinking I'm rich when I'm not. I don't know if that's a question or a statement, brother. You should be more assertive and ask questions. Being educated and well-spoken. Yes, that comes with intelligence and not folding under pressure and having communication skills. 3 of the qualities I talked about. John, let's see. Assad, I'm not ignoring anybody, man. Come on. I got a lot of people asking questions. Let's see. What did you ask, Assad? Let me scroll up. Is being kind and giving more alpha or saving money to becoming a rich alpha? I think to a degree you have to have a balance. I don't think in my opinion, giving when you don't have anything to give is stupid. I know a lot of people like to give to charity, but if you don't have anything for yourself, if you can't support yourself, don't give that shit away. Get yourself right first. That's the alpha quality. And then when you have enough that you can give and you can help people, yes, fucking help people. That is an alpha. That's leading. That's being a leader. But some people aren't always going to accept that alpha, that type of thing. They don't always want help. So you have to be able to read the situation there. But I think in the nature of society that we live in right now, I think people are needy and they're trying to take instead of actually going out and getting on their own. That's may or may not be a good opinion. Some people might get mad at me for saying that, but that's just how I feel. Let's see, I'm scrolling back through the comments here. Facebook's got Dexter. What's the best way to physically carry yourself to convey being an alpha? The best way to physically carry yourself, this is going to be a development thing over time. Posture is huge, but posture is not something you can fix overnight. Some people do have ailments that affect their posture. Like, I've always kind of been rounded in my whole life, so it's really hard for me to kind of open up and stand tall. So that's always a quality I'm working on. That's why, like I was saying, all these qualities and things that I've listed, they're a daily grind. So, but yes, body language is huge for more or less projecting confidence and presence when you step through the room, and that does go along with the strong presence. But the reason I didn't really want to touch too much on body language, because I think people put a lot of emphasis on that, and if you're thinking too much of what you're doing in a situation, I think you'll be fucked up, and you're not going to project an image that you want. Because if you're like just trying to go to a networking event and you're like, I'm going to be the alpha in the room, and you're walking in and you're like, holy shit, how do I enter the room? How do I stand? How do I put my hands? Can I have my hand in my pocket? You're fucking yourself up already. You're thinking about too much shit. You need to just act. And that goes with not folding under pressure. So just to recap, I know I have people jumping on and off, and I hate to repeat myself, but I know that the numbers are changing and people are hopping on. But I listed the qualities of what I think is a modern alpha male, and that's intelligence, good conversational skills, a strong presence, not folding under pressure, high energy, peak performer, a leader, well-groomed and have a dope image, and a purpose. Was that 5, 6, 7, 9 things? 9 qualities or so? Let's see. And if you want to practice this daily, go to the link, installyouralpha.com. I'm selling a guide today. It's only going to be available until Sunday. So you have, 4 days now? And you will know, if you follow any of my stuff, that I'm selling this. Terrell, there's a link in the Facebook description box that will link you to it. It's called Install Your Alpha. Terrell, did you want me to list the qualities again? Let's see. HTSNS going to A, help me out on my low self-esteem. Good, man. If you need that help, to get it. Internalize this shit with exercise. Yep. Finding your purpose is for most people the hardest part, and I understand that. But I think if you start out trying to find your purpose, know that your purpose isn't always going to appear. It's going to take practice. Like, I didn't know when I set out that this is what I would be doing, that I'd be making YouTube videos about style, men's lifestyle, advice, confidence. I had no idea. I just saw that I had a skill, which was helping guys dress better, and I started projecting that skill onto my friends first and then the world. After this is over, I will write down all these qualities, but they're all listed in the guide if you want to purchase that. Well, let me do that one time. So, write these down, guys. The qualities of a modern alpha: intelligence. And I do think that weighs out over physical and strong presence. Conversationalist. Good conversational skills is number 2. Number 3, being able to not fold under pressure. Okay, meaning you have an opinion and you stick to that opinion, or you are humble about learning a new opinion, so you can get that. Number 4 is a strong physical presence, meaning that you work out, you exercise, you have hobbies. And I'm not saying you got to be jacked or huge, fucking massive dude, shredded and whatnot, but you just got to have a good physical presence. You got to take care of yourself. Number 5, you need to have high energy, which means that you got to take care of your nutrition. And once again, it kind of goes hand in hand with with a strong presence. Number 6, you need to be a peak performer. And what that means is that you're always striving to be the best. You're competitive. You're always getting better. Number 7, well-groomed and professional, and a badass image. And they all kind of go together. But if you say professional, and number 8, which is the final one, is has a purpose and a passion, or a vision of something stronger that they're striving for. So those are the qualities. I didn't really number them. I think it was 8. Thank you, Asad. Yeah, I really like, dude, JCPenney's, man. I bought this shirt at JCPenney's, guys. I know a lot of you guys follow me for style. So I got the JCPenney's has been on point lately. If you guys have them in your area, fucking shit's cheap. This thing was $12. You know? It's like, and I actually washed and dried this to shrink it. And it worked out well. So let's talk about some things. If you are, like I was talking about earlier, mentally, a lot of people, they coin the term like a natural alpha male, and I think that's kind of bullshit because nobody's really a natural. People are a natural if they've been exposed to something for a long period of time. And what that means is, like, so maybe you guys have friends, or like you have that one dude that's just always kind of commands the presence and he has that natural alpha male ability. Well, he probably had a role model or a figure in his life that he was surrounded by going through the process. So let's say, like, if he was a young kid and he had an alpha dad, an alpha dad, like he had a dad that had these tough values, like physical presence, strong, good vocal tonality, all these things. And he was just around that when he grew up, from like, let's say the age of 10 to like he went to college at like 18. Like, he is going to be miles ahead of like a guy that's just learning this now, watching this live broadcast. Now, that's cool. I mean, that sucks, but naturally that's the path. That's why I created the guide, so you guys can do this. But if you are constantly working on it, then let's say that same dude went to college for 4 years and he was around like a fraternity or things of that nature, like more alpha bros, like things of that nature, he's going to have even 4 more years of exposure to being an alpha male. So take that in consideration. Like, you have to, the exposure of this is what matters. And that's why I created the guide. And I urge you guys, if you pick it up, which is at installyouralpha.com, I wrote it on this paper, but apparently it's backwards when I throw it in there. So you read it for 30 days, and if you have not, in that 30 days, you will reprogram your mindset. And like I said, it's always a thing that you have to continue to improve on. So let's go back to some questions here. I see a lot of people talking about rapport. Later, John. Like, Kiran asks how to improve conversational skills. I think that comes with more, like, all of this kind of comes up together. Like, if you're working on yourself and you're working on what's going on, like such all those qualities I just listed, as you're working on those, everything raises up. Like, you don't just, like, some will go farther and farther. You need to, just always be working on them. Let's see. So I see rapport. I don't understand. Uh, there's a good one. Jovic. I'll talk about rapport in a second. Yeah. Jovic asked, how do you deal with someone offending you? Like, dude, if somebody's talking shit or somebody's hating on you, know that that is not you. That is all them. They are projecting their unhappiness, their insecurities onto you. And 100%, if you're doing anything that fucking matters in this world, like doing live broadcasts, starting a Facebook group, making YouTube channels, trying to like break ground and build a storefront in your local area, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that are going to offend you. They're gonna talk shit about you. Like, you don't ever get focused on that. It's hard because it sucks. And the thing is just know that like you are a mirror. My good friend Elliot Hulse, if you guys know him, Strength Camp YouTube channel, badass dude. He always say you are a mirror for what somebody wants themselves to be. So if you're showing them that you are better than them and you are doing things that maybe they wish they could do, but you have the balls to do it, that they're gonna hate on you. They're gonna offend you. They're gonna do that. So don't worry about that shit. Let's see. There's a whole side conversation going on YouTube about rapport. I think people get way too worried about rapport. Deliv asked, Ryan slightly off topic, why do 90% women strip away all those things from their men? I think women, it's like a test to break you down. Women will do that because they want to see, once again, like the quality, you have to stand your ground. You have to, plant your feet firmly and show that you have these values and that you're going to do shit. And I guess that goes back on that one-itis type of term. Like, if you want to be with one, you have to surround yourself with many kind of thing. You can't put all your focus on one. You have to have that vision, that path, and that trajectory that you're going elsewhere. And if you don't have that, I think women just prey on that. And they're like, ooh, I can like pick this guy apart and turn him into like, a puppet. I don't know. Not everybody's a dick like that. James is grabbing the guide. Thank you, brother. Terrell said, mentors are beyond important. Don't understand that I met my first mentor in college. Yes, like going back on what I said, like if you were starting today and you're questioning like this alpha male energy and what you're trying to do and that you need to project a more masculine type of like persona, like you need to work on that shit daily. All those qualities, like grab my guide, like read it, do it for 30 days, do it for 60 days, do it for 90 days, install that shit in your brain. Like there's no other way to do it. You have to start doing it every single day. Oh, I have a Red Bull today. I don't like to support one. Let's see. Mentors are good, but if you can't like actually surround yourself with somebody, being on stuff like this, watching people's YouTube videos, that's a great thing too. Reading books. Kebev, Think and Grow Rich, that's a good book. Later, Dexter. Pingoff said, many people lack communication skills today, which is very important. Yes, being able to state your opinion and your facts is hugely important. Definitely. Women love to feel protected, just having a strong dude. Read the Story Factor for communication. I'll have to check that out, Charbanger. Story Factor. It's a good title. I'm going to write that down. Hang on, let me write that down. I lost my pen. Story Factor. Okay, got it. Anyways, let's keep going with these questions. Did anybody pick up the guide yet? I can't check my stats. I'm sure they have. But installyouralpha.com if you want to grab the guide. It's called The Modern Alpha Male. It breaks down the qualities I've listed in this live broadcast, and it does more like affirmations and something to read every single day to start instilling this alpha male energy into your brain. It will work. Irvin said motivation is BS, take action. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. Internal motivation is more than external motivation. You want to get away from external motivation. You don't want to rely on other people to motivate you to do shit. RK asks, any idea? Oh, shit. I always fucking hit that button, the wrong one. Excuse my language. Any ideas how to spend summer? I don't want to waste it. It's kind of a vague question. Like, do you want to build a business? Do you want to work on like a hobby or a skill or an athletic endeavor? Get more specific with that. Woo. Let's see. So let's talk about become a social god. Then you just got to put yourself in situations. You got to go out, man. Ah, shit. I keep YouTube, like the comment button, like where I can scroll, is right next to this thing that said, like, to read. It's a pain in the dick. Any guide for teens? Everything's the same, man. Installyouralpha.com. It doesn't matter if you're 15 or if you're 35 or 45. My guy will help you. I promise. Let's see. LOL, haha, said, hey, Ryan, what movies to watch for high-status people? I don't know. I mean, I like to watch movies more for entertainment and to study character development. So, like, talk to random strangers. Like, you don't need a guide to tell you how to talk to random strangers. Just walk up to people and say hello. I want you to get the guide that I'm selling, but you don't need it just for that. You can do that. Practice. Make it a pact that every day for 30 days you're going to approach one new person every single day and strike up a conversation. Set a goal for yourself. Let's see. Facebook, you're being a little quiet over there. Charbrander, watch Ryan Gosling. He's a good character, but once again, Hollywood is portraying, like, you know, the best of people. So you gotta watch them in real life to know what they're really working on. Mason, the guide is $19. One-time payment. And you read it every day for 30 days. Reese says, okay to get some of your clothes from Walmart. No. Be better than Walmart. What's going on over your Facebook group? Terrell, all good, man. Yeah, JC stuff is awesome. Be better than the Gap 101. Yeah, be better than Walmart. Be extra better than Walmart. Extra better, extra better. Is that a word? I don't know if it's a word. Like, I'm a big believer in the do something for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You need to instill a habit. I forget the book I read, but it was like to install a habit or a new daily ritual, you have to do it every day for 21 days. I think that's very valuable. This can work for anything, whether it be fitness, any of the qualities that I listed or told you guys about for it. You need to work on this shit. So pick one and work on it at all times, and then move on to the next. And over time, let's think of how far you would come for the next year. Like, let's say you're shy right now, so choose the second quality, which was the conversational skills, and work on that for 30 days. Like, put an effort into it. Like, that shit fucking adds up, man. Kevin said, I talked to 10 strangers every day for 3 months and it changed everything. Hell yeah, that'll make you a different person. Let's see, there's a lot of... Yeah, Reese, I understand, man. Budget's good, but with H&M and Zara and Cotton On, bro, you can be better than the Walmart. If you know you're not going to have fun at a party, but you have that feeling that you might miss something, what do? You gotta put a handle on the FOMO, man. FOMO is a bad thing, and it can fuck you up. At last year's the Badass Mentor Retreat or whatever, my friend Jason Capital talked about FOMO a lot, because everything you see, especially on social media, like I talked about yesterday, is all smoke and mirrors. Everybody's showing the highlight reel of their life, and you need to know that it's not always like that. Let's see. Dude Watt said, can you completely transform yourself in 30 days? No, you cannot completely transform yourself in 30 days. You can, however, instill habits and changes and discipline to become a new person. You can develop a new skill in 30 days or get better at a specific skill. But, like, completely change yourself as a person, that's like a life ending. Or not a life ending, but that's like a lifetime thing. LOL says, how do you get big without body weight exercise, without gym? Man, just do push-ups and pull-ups and dips. Best place for inexpensive clothes, H&M. Let's see. Is my mic cracking on YouTube? Because I can't do shit about it right now because I'm in the middle of a broadcast. Let's see, to meditate or not. I mean, if you have time, meditation helps. It will ease stress and help with clarity. Pingov asked if I'm going to Menfluential. Yes, I'm speaking at Menfluential. I'm speaking at quite a few events coming up. I'm speaking at the High Status Summit in August. I'm speaking at Menfluential in February. Well, I have two different mics, Kev, so this mic on Facebook might be working better than this one on YouTube. They're the same mic, so I don't fucking know. Let's see. Dude Watts asking, I don't know, man. I can't. Fellow viewers, gotcha. Let's see. What do we got? What do you do to deal with the pressure as an alpha? You just keep going, man. Keep going on your path. Somebody asked me about cold showers. I mean, there has been studies that show that cold showers help with, testosterone production. Sometimes if you're hot and sweaty, they feel good. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Do I ever shop Banana Republic? No, I do not. That store always seemed too PG-13 for me. I like a little more edge to how I dress. Yeah, the sleep, Terrell. For those listening, and the guys coming in, I don't know how many. You got quite a few on right now, but check out installyouralpha.com. I created a guide to help you for the next 30 days to install these habits and all of the qualities I talked about at the beginning of this into your brain. I feel guilty to sleep. How to overcome this? Man, if you can't sleep, you can't perform. That goes back with the qualities. You got to be a peak performer. You need to be strong. You need to be energetic. And if you're not sleeping, you're not doing that. So no, you're not being alpha. Sometimes Fvck. Oh shit! I keep hitting that damn button again. Let's see. Ooh, it's like rapid fire questions. Fvck says sometimes being an alpha male is confused with showing and bitchy attitude towards women. I don't think a man should ever show a bitchy attitude. It shows neediness and it makes him look weak. You should stand your ground, as in quality number 3, not fold under pressure and be the dominant in the situation. Sometimes you have to yield if you're dealing with a wife or a girlfriend or a sister or a significant other, whatever that may be. Sometimes you have to take in and you have to assess how they may deal with how you say something. So you maybe need to tone it down a little bit, but you should never be bitchy. I think that's fucking stupid. Sorry if I offended anybody. Dude, what asked Ryan, what does the red pill mean? I assume the Matrix reference. I don't even know. Some people have terminologies of shit that's like I don't know. Camilo asked, what's the importance of having a pack as an alpha? I would say having a pack, you need a solid group of friends and a good social circle. This will come with kind of surrounding yourself and the intelligence aspect of the qualities we're talking about, because you always want to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, or put yourself in a room where you can get better. Let's see. People messaging me right now. So my head was chopped off on Facebook. Let me fix this really quick. Hang on. Fuck. Like, I'm too tall for my arm here. Let's see. So, anyways, I just lost my train of thought on that one. Oh, back on the pack. Yes, you should surround yourself and be involved with people that are better than you. So take pride in having a good social circle. Like, surround yourself with good people. I have a product on that called $1 Million Networking, because yes, your environment is number one critical factor in your success. Like, you can't surround yourself with losers. Eventually, you'll become a loser. See, no, don't move. All right, I'll try to stay. It's like I gotta like crouch. I'm 6'2", so be mindful that it's hard for me to fit into the frame. I have like a giant tripod. So when you see me filming on YouTube, my tripod is like really tall and it's on a fucking box. Charbanger asked about accessories, man. I don't want to talk about accessories today. I got a lot of videos that show good accessories. See, 99% of what people say about alpha is bullshit. Ryan, Elliot, Jason, they all understand. Yeah, people are trying to sell you smoke and mirrors. They're trying to sell you skits and lines and, you know, patterns and things that you can do to falsify the alpha energy. But it comes from within. It comes from you. It comes from confidence. It comes from you working on yourself. And it's, like I said, it's an ongoing battle. It's not something you can just get overnight. That's why I created a guide. I just said that people are selling you shit, and then I just fucking sold you some shit. Yes, but my shit's good. InstallYourAlpha.com. Check it out. Let's see. Brock, what's up, man? Yo, Ryan, how can you be alpha if you're small and or you look young for your age? I don't think height has a lot to do with it. You can always work on your presence, and you know this because I watched a lot of your videos. Brock is an alpha, smaller guy. But you put yourself out there a lot. I think that will take up for if you're a smaller guy, you have to kind of utilize your other qualities. Maybe you're more intelligent. Maybe you're like you have certain skills that other people don't have. Utilize your strengths, not your weaknesses. Like don't ever put the focus on your height or kill the elephant in the room right away. A good way. I remember hearing a story about a guy. He's actually a pickup teacher, and it might have been RSD Tyler. I think it was RSD Tyler. He has some good shit every once in a while. I'm not a huge fan of RSD, and he was like, he basically didn't speak at all, and he was trying to show somebody that it didn't really matter. The guy had a stutter, so he was like freaking out about his stutter. He's like, I can't talk to girls because I stutter. And he's like, watch this. And he's like, literally went and he like met a girl, got her number, and even I think made out with her, and never spoke a word. Now, obviously, you know, that's a very extreme example, but you can always utilize your strengths over your weaknesses or put your shit right to the forefront. If you are missing, like I always say, like my teeth are messed up, so like I can put that out there and say, hey guys, I already know my teeth are messed up, and then it like crushes the elephant in the room. What's that Eminem song where he's like drops the mic, he's like tell something they don't already know about me? That is the most powerful shit you can do. Like, is put your shit out there and then own it. Like that's what I would say. I don't know. I hope I just answered that question. I think I just like ran around in circles over here, but maybe didn't touch on that question. Let's see. Pingov, what are you planning for summer vacation or more hustle? I'm actually going on vacation starting on Sunday. Sunday's my birthday, June 4th. I'll take packages and presents in the mail, or you could just buy my new guide at installyouralpha.com. That'd be a great birthday present. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the support. But yeah, I'm actually going to the beach for 5 days. We live in Florida, so they call it a staycation. So we actually go stay on the beach. But have no fear. I may still do live YouTubes out there, but I'm definitely going to be on the Instagram stories every day out there. Definitely follow my Instagram if you're not watching my stories. I put a lot of effort into my stories. They're fun. Let's see. How can I deal with my weakness? Maybe adding someone in the pack that has them in strengths. Yeah, you want to surround yourself with people that can help bring you up, Camille. Definitely. Benny B said you should do more vlogs. Enjoy that. Benny, if you're not following me on Instagram, my stories, every day I do a 15-second vlog that you will like. Let's see. AJ said I'm 18. My height is 6'1". I'm so slim. Should I wear t-shirts or shirts? Man, wear what you want and own it. Terrell said I'm 5'7", so I use my smile more to focus on articulating my words more. Perfect. Utilize your strength over your weakness. Don't get caught up on your weaknesses. Elois said, how do you find people that are better than you? Usually they'll find you, or if you're looking for the right people. You always ask, what's my opinion on insurance companies? It's kind of a random question for a alpha male based conversation, but okay. I don't know. I think a lot of them are idiots, but you kind of need to have it, unless you live in Canada and that shit's free. Let's see. Man. If you guys haven't gone to installyouralpha.com and grabbed your guide, you're missing out. Let's see. Thank you for the early birthdays, guys. And keep the questions coming. So just to recap, I just want to keep instilling these qualities into your guys' heads. The qualities of a modern day alpha male are intelligence, good conversation, not folding under pressure, strong presence, high energy, peak performer, a leader, well groomed and dope style, and last but not least, purpose and vision. Get those qualities, or get my guide to learn those qualities and instill them into your brain every single day. Installyouralpha.com. LOL said, how can you get 365 blowjobs a year? I'm going to have to reframe that and say, why the fuck do you want that? I got better shit to do during the day than get a shit ton of blowjobs. There's more to life than a blowjob, LOL. Andy said, will you be doing more live streams? Yes, tomorrow, 12 noon, I'll be on here again. And then I might do next week, but I'm going to be on vacation, like I just said. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing live. Maybe I'll be live on Instagram next week. Oh, kidding. All good, man. Facebook, you're being quiet over there. Bro, your penis will be fucked. Some of the comments are crazy. Oh, man. Oh shit, battery's dying. Let me plug up. Plug it up. Hold on, guys. That's the thing. You guys can't really see this, but I got like 2 microphones, an iPod, a phone, 2 chargers running into the phones. It's crazy. What is tomorrow's topic? I haven't nailed down a topic yet. I'll probably be doing a Q&A about the guide. You can get it at installyouralpha.com. But it's going to be a lot of content on there no matter what. AJ said, what about my kiddo? She's great. Benny B, what's your take on collarless button downs? It's a cool look. I prefer collar right now, though. Original TV said, can you give tips on how to talk to girls older than your age? I can. You have to meet them where they are, man. They don't want an immature child. They want a man. So work on those qualities I've been talking about this whole fucking broadcast, and you will probably attract some older, more refined women. Let's see. Darion asked Ryan, what's the new alpha with the new alpha concept? Should we still pay attention to pickup information? You can. Some of it's good, some of it's shitty. I think most of the pickup guys teach surface shit, which is very band-aid type advice. I don't think that. I think people need to internalize their shit more and work on themselves, because that's the real secret. That's what nobody wants to tell you, because that's not something that is quick. Like I said, like I want people to pick up my guide and read it every day for 30 days, because that's how I know if you do that, you will instill a new mindset, a new habit, a new mentality into yourself. So, I mean, follow what you want. I don't really pay attention to pick up shit. I like self-development and personal development stuff. And most of like the pickup stuff you just see, it's like if you read the game, it's like rehashed versions of that. But then like all kinds of shit. I don't know. I think everybody that watches my stuff, I like to believe you guys are better than pickup knowledge. So, to quote Ryan Gosling, be better than the pickup. Somebody asked about stuttering. Make that a priority, man. Work on it. Read more. Practice speaking. Do the shit that makes you uncomfortable. Because if you have a stutter, you are definitely uncomfortable, especially talking in front of crowds. I'm assuming. I'm not trying to make assumptions here, but I'm guessing that that's probably something you deal with and struggle with. Put yourself in the shit that scares you. And then own the elephant in the room. Say, I have a stutter, guys. I'm sorry, but I have some shit to say. Fucking say your shit. Ooh, got a little passionate there. Yeah, Darian, he's asking about pickup stuff. Jason Capital technically teaches pickup stuff, but if you've read anything that my friend Jason Capital puts out, it's all personal development, man. Most of the good pickup guys, they're teaching personal development, and the inner game is what matters. The external game comes with the outer. Like once you master and hear it, the outer game happens. David D'Angelo has a couple products on inner game that are fucking badass. Camilo, I've done a video for Trip. He's good. Charbonnet. Shit. David asked, which of JC stuff do you recommend? His new book, High Status, is fucking dope. If you're on my email list, I'm going to be promoting it next week. I'll probably do some live topics talking about that book, actually. If anybody wants that book, it's free with shipping. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll give you a link because I do make commission on that. Darian says, I'm working on my throne, improve myself, business, and career. The only person I mess with is Jason. Yep, Jason's the man. I love his stuff. He's a good friend of mine. Brendan Bouchard, good stuff. Gomez says, fucking a lot of ladies versus having a special lady and making a love. I assume it means either being, a player, doing your own thing, or having a relationship. Obviously, I'm in a relationship. I think if you're trying to have sex with a lot of women, especially at the same time, or like have threesomes and do all this shit, that's cool for a little bit. Like, do that, get that out of your system. But in reality, you need a partner, you need a teammate, you need somebody that you can like bounce ideas off of that will help bring you up. People may not talk about it, especially pickup guys, but I guarantee you they have one girl that's like their rock. Like, people love that. Like, as a man, we want to provide for girls. Like, so naturally, it's good to have that. What's going on, Facebook? Getting slow on the questions. Let's see. Adam Lyons said he could influence any situation. Yeah, you can influence any situation, but what's the point? You should be calculated with what you're influencing. Only influence shit that's going to do better for you. I could influence a lot of shit, but if it doesn't matter, who cares? Camilo, threesome, scratch it off your list. Yeah, man, do it, get it done, and stop worrying about it. Charbang debates and shit will make you better at stumping people. Charbang, you might want to ask yourself why you're trying to stump people. Try to learn from people. Talk to people that have good shit to say, and you won't have to stump them. I've been going like 53 minutes today. You guys are getting a lot out of me. Hopefully people watch this on the replay are feeling like, man, I fucking missed out. Anyways, just to recap, I'm going to go for like another 10 minutes or so. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm staying in frame here. I got to like crouch down. My neck's going to hurt. Today was about the rise of the modern alpha male and what I consider to be the qualities that people and values that guys should instill if they want to become a modern alpha male. Intelligence, not folding under pressure, good conversationalist, strong presence, high energy, peak performer, leader, and have a vision and a path and a badass image. Let's see. And if you want to get a guide that I have put together, it's very affordable. There should be a link up here on Facebook, Install Your Alpha. There will be a link on YouTube in the description box. Check it out. It's $19. Do that every day for 30 days. Read it cover to cover. It's very short. It's a quick read. Every day, do it. I promise you, it will install the modern alpha mindset into your brain. Let's see. Kevin, I have not done any landmark worldwide programs. I am not familiar with the Sigma male lone wolf, dude. What? Let's see, Camila said peak performer, meaning that you are a competitive dude. You are striving for greatness at your craft, and you are doing shit to get better every day. And you are competitive, and you're trying to be the best. Like, don't do something if you're not trying to be the best at it, or else there's no fucking point. Makes no sense. Like, don't half-ass shit. Dude Watt said, do I recommend RSD? Why does everybody always ask me about RSD? I'm not a huge fan of RSD, and that is only because some of the coaches joined my Facebook group and really rubbed me the wrong way. I do, however, like what RSD Tyler, I love his YouTube channel. I love his hour-long rants. I think Tyler's a very smart dude. And I do actually like some of Julian's more motivational stuff nowadays. But for the most part, no, I think people are better than that. Rumble side dig. Kiran asked us the next live topic. I haven't nailed it down yet. I will drop it. I'll figure it out today. Probably send it in my newsletter with the replay to this. Charbank said, how do you focus on your mission when living with low status people? When you live, you have to. All right, first thing, Charbank, how old are you? Number one. Like, most people's families your family will not support your goals. So if you're living with them, you just need to internalize your mission and keep it in here. Take action daily. Keep doing you. And it will also help. Well, first off, you're 23, so the faster you can get out of that situation, the better you're going to be. I would say either move or live on your own or get a roommate, somebody that you can live with that's, kind of on your wavelength, somebody that you can see yourself living with. If you can't do that, if you absolutely must live at home, then you need to keep that shit all in your head, because you start saying your goals to too many people, they're going to shut them down. And unless you're strong and resilient, like, you need to keep pushing through. But yeah, I think you should be living on your own, bro. Get a job, support yourself, and work on your dream at night. Let's see. Char, you're a grown man. I thought you meant you were a teenager. Mike Mills, whatever. I have had some people fly in to see me, yes. Dude, my answer is the same. If you're a teenager and you can't move out, internalize your goals in your head and don't know who you can share your goals with, because if you're sharing your goals and your missions to people that don't support you or support what you're trying to do, then you have to fight. It's an uphill battle. So keep your shit to yourself and just keep moving forward. Oh, I got more on Facebook, sorry. Yes, Jarrell, people actually still do pick up. Pingoff said, work in silence and show results. Yes. If you're a younger if you're a teenager and you're watching this, like, work on all these qualities, but keep it to yourself. Show them, don't tell them. It's a powerful word. Let's see. Sorry, I got backed up here. Ryan, how do you prepare for live events? I just come up with a topic and I talk. Silence is key. Yeah, you're right. Kieran, actions speak louder than words. Be a man of action, not a man of talk. What's up, Mason Lee? Whew. no, it's not all free flow. If you're speaking in public, sometimes you can free flow it like all this today. I mean, I have notes, like I have a little document here with notes and things I want to touch on, but I don't like no, a lot of this is free flow. These lives, like I don't structure them. I just put some topics and some notes together that I want to touch on and make sure I hit them and boom. Kevin said the study of ontology is incredibly powerful. Have you read any books on it? I have not read books on that. Conversations with God, book 1 is a good place to start. What's up, Mike G? Thank you. Benny B says, who is my mentor? I don't really have one specific mentor right now. I have had a lot of people in the past 6 months that I have paid for advice and specific answers to questions. LOL said, how do you improve your free flow so it's effortless because words don't matter? If you want to improve your effortless, free-flowing conversational skills, especially about a topic, you need to be the best at that fucking topic. You need to know a lot and to be able to spit it. That's why I'm able to answer these questions with what seems effortless, because I have a lot of knowledge on this shit. Dan Pena is a mentor. Dan Pena is a great guy, but I personally don't respond to his form of his approach. I don't really fucking like people yelling at me. So let's see. Somebody asked how I feel about Ty Lopez. I actually really like Ty's stuff. I don't know how. I have heard some questionable things about him as a person, but his knowledge and shit on YouTube, I study that dude and what he's doing every single day, because he's a fucking marketing beast. All right, guys, I'm going to go for like 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. If you haven't yet, grab my guide, installyouralpha.com. Read it every day for 30 days. Do it. Advice on dating a married woman. Alex, you should have better values than that. If they're married, don't date them. Would you ask yourself the question, would I want somebody doing this to my wife? And you should have your answer. Fvck, it is ironic that I'm telling you how to be alpha by teaching you how to do it. Yes. I'm actually not teaching you how to be alpha. I'm actually teaching you how to become a better person. Because if you go to installyouralpha.com and read it, all those qualities that I'm telling you to do every single day and learn will make you a fucking badass. That's why I know my shit's awesome. Oh, Alex, divorce, make sure it's all finalized, but that's up to you, man. No, divorced women, they're just like anybody else. They just had a failed marriage. Hold on, I'm going to go. Mason Lee, hey, Ryan, any advice to be fun while speaking on stage? I'll be emceeing for my school's prom and would love an event for my favorite style. Yeah, man, humor is good, but don't use humor as like your only crutch. You're going to be nervous. Accept the fact that if you're speaking in public, like even I still get nervous. Like I was a little bit nervous coming on. Now I'm like warmed up. This is like not nerve-wracking at all. I can sit here all fucking day and talk. But when you're doing it, like, practice what you're going to say a couple times. I've never been big on practicing in the mirror, like, and memorizing my shit. I'm more of a free flow guy. So use a little bit of humor. Have some notes and things so you can kind of trigger. I use my notepad on my phone a lot. People see me speak at events. I have my phone out usually. I know in some cases that's rude, but I just want to hit on points, and I don't want to, I don't want to forget shit. But accept the fact that you're going to be nervous. And like I was saying earlier, if you know you're going to be really nervous, if you're like, squash that shit right away. Tell them you're nervous, and you'll be fucking fine, because people expect you to be nervous when you public speak. So accept it and move on, and just be natural. Be you, man. If you got asked to speak, that means they value your speech, and they value what you're going to say. So you're already one step above. Reframe that as in like they asked me to speak, so they want my intelligence and my persona and my thoughts. So have that confidence going in. I hope that helped. Yorick Tran asks if the guide is still good if you have JC's high. Yes, it will work perfectly in conjunction with JC's high status book. Terrell, you're absolutely right. Ty does make it seem like everybody can do it, but truth is, success, being an alpha male, becoming a big YouTuber, becoming a big Instagrammer, becoming all of these things. Not everybody is meant to do it. There is a divide, and that divide has nothing to do with talent or skill. It's not fucking stopping. AKA, wait, Yorick, I can't answer that. I mean, I've read them. I've read his book. Yes, I think you will. But my guide, if you guys are thinking about purchasing the Modern Alpha, which is installyouralpha.com, it's not meant to you will learn some new stuff, but it's meant to instill every day. I just say read it every day. It's a quick read, and you will go through your day, and it will set you up to reprogram your brain and your mind. It's like installing a 2.0 version of iOS on your phone, your iPhone. So it's a reminder every single day. So I hope that reframed it a little bit. Dude Watt, installyouralpha.com. That is it. I can't type it. I can't type while doing this. There's no, actually, maybe I can. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't. So you got, I wrote it on this paper, but apparently it's backwards. Fuck. Let's see. I got some more questions coming in. But Dude Watt, you seem like a smart guy. I think you can find this website. After the live stream's over, it's going to be in the description anyway. So. And if you're on my Facebook group, it's in the description. Tell the truth, give a better vibe. I like the elephant effect. Yeah, man, Camila, that's my... Kiran said, how to convince your idea to someone or explain our idea to someone. Show them facts or sell them the dream. All right, guys, it's 2 more minutes. Fire some questions out. I'm going to be ending it. I've been going for an hour and 70 minutes now. Dude, what? It's literally installyouralpha.com. You might be spelling install wrong because, not going to lie, I may have Googled that to see how to spell it. Ooh, my brain is melting. What music is cool? Whatever. I like Logic. Logic's cool. How does... Dude want to ask, what is one piece of advice you would tell yourself 10 years ago? I would have started all this shit sooner. But it's more of the path. But I think the best advice, and it's one that I actually live by, it's not be afraid of hard work and keep going. Don't stop, even if things seem bleak. Mike G asked, Ryan, what point did you feel like you had authority or were qualified to speak on style? When I saw that I was better than people around me. When I had people asking me for advice, I saw that I was onto something. That was pretty much it. And I also saw an opportunity. I have an innate ability to simplify the style process. I think a lot of other style guys, they overcomplicate things. And my strength was that I can simplify it. And that's what I tried to do. And I came up with Street Sharp. I think Street Sharp is awesome. Puerto Rico, maybe in the future. LOS said I need to overcome laziness. Just stop being lazy. It's a choice. All right, guys. It is 1:10. I've been going for over an hour now. I'm going to wrap this up. If you want to check out, if you liked all the qualities I talked about being an alpha male, or a modern alpha male as I like to call it, intelligence, good conversation, not folding under pressure, high energy, peak performer, strong presence, good image, and a purpose. If you want to install that mindset, installyouralpha.com. There's a link in the description box. There's a link up here in Facebook. Depending on where you're watching this, check it out, grab it, and do it for 30 days. The next live stream is tomorrow, which is Friday, June 2nd, 12 p.m. Eastern. If you can make it live, I'd love to have you. If not, if you make it live, I'd love to have you. If not, there's always a replay. Talk to you guys later.